Okay, so now we're streaming to. We should be streaming to everything. Um, oh, look, it says right here. Now we're on. It shows us on Instagram, on TikTok. What do we look like on TikTok?
There we are.
There we are. Yay. Okay. Now let me just figure out how to do the comments.
I'm not seeing us on Instagram though. Hi.
Oh, duh, because I have to push the button. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so now we should be
There we
on.
go.
Okay. So now I just have to figure out the comments. Okay, chat. TikTok live monitor. Uh, that's not it. That's not it.
It looks so serious. Sorry. Be patient, please. Thank you. Thank you for joining
We're
us.
almost there, guys. We're almost
Seeing some
there.
hearts, seeing some names come on. I love it.
Um,
There we go. Seeing some can't hear us, someone is saying
okay.
on Instagram.
Hold on.
Oh.
Seriously.
Having issues on Facebook.
All right. Please be patient. Be patient.
Gave a reading about a friend and suicide and was chilling straight on.
Uh,
Boy, I'm seeing some questions come in.
yeah, they're like, okay, come on.
I can hear you on Instagram. Thank you, MJ Shelley. I hope I'm saying that right. Um Wait, let's see if I can.
Mm,
This is me talking to test it on TikTok. This is me talking to test it on TikTok. TikTok sounds working. Hello, everybody. Seeing some messages. Long time no see. Yes, long time no see. Live at this time. Wow. Yes. Well, we had hoped.
so it has been a process. There we go.
He has worked very hard and very frustrated with technology
Today. It has been a process today.
in a new space, a new geography.
Yeah, it's been a lot today. So I'm trying to work out the kinks still because it's been a while since I've done this. So that's why I'm like, please be
I can
patient.
hear you better on Insta. I'm seeing someone said
Okay. Okay.
it is too late and this print is too small for me to read.
Let's see. I can't. Why?
Long time to see. Hello, hello. Hope you guys are doing well. We are doing well. Thank you, Alenka.
Is it on Restream or it's on TikTok? Oh, come on. Let's see.
Thank you all for your patience. He's doing all the things. We're using a different computer, and so it's taking a little bit.
Yeah, it's like I have to set everything up all over again. So it's been like a pain in the ass to have to
What
do
time is
something.
it for you guys? It just rolled past 10 o'clock in the evening. So love seeing you guys close. Yes, I love having them here. Oh, jeez. Oh no, my little glasses.
Okay, if I remember correctly, this would be on. There we go. There it is. Ah, yes.
Okay.
Perfect. Perfect. There we go.
Hang on. Oh, TikTok now. Let me check and see.
Okay.
Oh, because it's Friday for me already. I'm from New York. Yeah, it'll be Friday for us soon enough. Well, welcome from New York.
Okay, so y'all should be here. Hey guys. All right. Can you hear us on Instagram and can you hear us on TikTok? Can you hear us on Facebook? Can you hear us on YouTube? Just want to make sure y'all can hear us so that way. Yes, on TikTok. Okay.
Yes, on TikTok. I'm hearing it on
Good.
Instagram, I think.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Seen some good questions.
Hold on. I'll get to you in a second. Let me.
It's 12:05 in Houston. Well, yes. Welcome to Friday, Central Time Zone.
Okay. And
Yes on Insta.
there goes.
Yes on Insta. Yes on Insta. Thank you all for getting that to us. All right, TikTok. There's echo. We're hearing on TikTok.
Yeah,
Those.
because you're
Oh,
they're
that's
hearing you.
sorry. I will fix the echo. Do these glasses have prescription? Yeah, they're +1. They're grandma's cheaters. And I have them all over the houses and in my cars and in my bags because I'm of an age where I just can't read little things close up.
There we go.
Maybe because they're playing on another device. Yes, sorry, I am the
Culprit.
Generation Xer, okay?
Ugh,
I don't know what this technology is.
okay. There we go. Okay, I think I figured it all out, and I think we're good to go.
I need some of those. Yes, Marissa, they're amazing. And I don't know how old you are, but you will probably need them at some point. We all do.
Okay. Okay. All right. Hey guys. Hey, happy Thursday, right? Yeah. For some
Happy
of you,
Thursday and Friday.
for some of you, it's Friday. So hi. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump off. I don't need that.
Okay. Okay. So there. So this is all of the Instagram, YouTube, um, Facebook, and then this
Okay.
one's all TikTok. So okay, I got it all to work, y'all. I got it all to work. Okay. All right. Hey guys, we are doing some readings. We're probably not going to be on as long as we thought we were going to be on because we started this process to get on here. We started this process at 7-ish.
7:30.
7:30ish. It's now 10 o'clock here. That's how long it took me to figure out all the crap that I was doing because initially I was trying one different web camera that wasn't working. And so we were also dealing with the lighting that wasn't working. And normally we're just like in our own spaces on our phones separately. And so now like yeah,
Whoa.
it's like, but if you're dedicated, you can get through it. You can do it. It's just it took a while. So and it took longer than I was expecting it to take. So thanks for showing up. So yeah. Hey guys.
Seeing some familiar
Hey Juan.
names.
Hey, like Juan's here.
I
So
saw that.
yeah. Hey guys.
So I have unfortunately resting bitch reading face. So if I'm making an uncomfortable face, it's just because I'm old and I can't see the screen. Okay, it's not because I'm mean or I'm in a bad mood. So
All right. So yeah, we're doing some readings. Ask your questions, be specific, get to the point. If you want a life reading, If you want to life reading, if you want to ask about a specific situation, just get to the point, ask the question. If you ask a general question, I'm not even going to look at what you're asking. What do you have to say about my love life? I have a lot of shit to say. What is your fucking question? That's how clear and specific I need y'all to be. So I'm just going to like straight up out the gate let you know you need to get to the point. If you want to connect with the loved one in spirit, do not share their name with me or like how they basically who do you want to connect to, but I don't need to know their name or anything. Just like I would like to connect to my grandmother, or I would like to connect to my mother, or I'd like to connect to my father. Like that's what I mean by the connection. Don't give me all the other information unless I'm sharing that with you already. I don't have the ability to bring anybody on video. I wish I could, but that's just not the way it is on here because I'm using a platform that allows us to go to every single platform live. But yeah, so get to the point, ask a specific question. um, and if you want to connect with the loved one in spirit, what's the connection? That's all I need. And then I'll kind of give you what I can get from them. If you can connect with the information, please like validate that, like share whatever it is that you're understanding or that you're able to connect to the pieces that are coming through. Okay. Do not give the medium too much information. What I mean by that is, hi, Fernie. I would like to connect to my grandmother. Her name was Cecilia. I wasn't there when she passed away. Does she know that I was there? She died of cancer, but we found out after the fact that she also, that's what I mean by giving too much information. I don't need all that information. I just need you to tell me who you want to connect to based on the connection. Don't give me the name. Don't identify the person other than grandmother or sister or brother. That way I can just intend for that. And then I can hopefully give you information to validate that. Because a lot of y'all have a bad habit of giving the medium way too much information. And I don't understand that. I don't understand that.
Or perhaps maybe that they are so excited to try to connect that they are giving more information, and maybe it's not a bad habit
No, it's
because
a bad habit because y'all gonna get fooled by charlatans and by people who are gonna take your money. That's why it's a bad habit. Because if you go to a random person on the street and they're like, "Hi, I'm a medium. Oh, hi, can you connect to my mother? Her name was Rose, and I loved buying her roses, and she died on May." Oh, yes, I'm seeing flowers. How do you connect with flower? Like you're gonna fall for it because you're that desperate and that intent, like you're really trying to connect with the energy and you want to hear what you want to hear, but you're setting yourself up to get scammed. Don't do that. Don't do that. Not only that, but guys, for those of y'all who are in the chat, there are already scammers in these rooms. So in my chat right now, there are scammers looking at your comments and they're gonna connect, they're gonna message y'all asking if you want a reading, and they're going to base everything they say on what you just shared about your loved one. This is why you don't share all those details here unless I'm bringing up those details first and you're just validating what I said. That's what you need to focus on, because if you're giving information in the chat, you're basically telling all the scammers your business, or you're telling them all the details about your loved ones. They're going to private message you, tell you, "Oh, I'm drawn to you, my beloved," or "Would you like a reading?" And then they're going to regurgitate what you've already put out there. Don't do that because you're going to get scammed. And a lot of you fall for it all the time. So many people like to be, oh, like there's a person that reached out to me and they have your picture, Fernie, and they said that I want a reading. I'm like, I'm too busy with readings during my day. Unless I'm doing it in a live for free, I'm not reaching out to you on my free time trying to give you a reading because I ain't got time for that. And I'm tired. I'm exhausted. So either I'm doing it in a private session or I'm doing it here, just so y'all know.
okay, so just to summarize before he goes off on another rant, if you're looking for a life reading, be a little bit specific about what you're looking for. If you're looking for mediumship, don't be very specific unless we offer information and
Right,
ask you to confirm it,
right,
or if it confirms with you.
right.
And don't get scammed.
Don't get
And
scammed.
we
Yeah.
won't reach out to you directly to offer you a reading. Anyone who's offering you a reading, reaching out, is a scam. Don't fall for it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Shall we
Okay.
read?
Yes, we shall read. Okay, so the first one here, let's try, let's see.
See, it's nice that I get to be in the room with him because I get to shut him up a little bit when he goes off on a rant. But I love him.
Mm-hmm. Just wait, just
Just
wait.
wait, just wait, he says.
Um, let's see, here's one. Okay. They're gonna let me. Oh, there it is. I'm like, where is it? It's making them all small. Here we go. There we go. It's got that outline. Why has it got that outline? I don't understand.
Just let it be. We're just gonna let that one be.
Ah,
Next time.
everything to be
Next time.
perfect. Perfect. Okay. So the question is, hi, Franny, will I get pregnant? If so, when, please, and thank you. So are you getting baby energy around her, baby? Or any creative energy around her?
Temperance.
Hmm.
So, temperance is about weight, about patience, about balancing your energies. So, balance out the um balance out the anxiety and the expectation and the excitement with staying grounded around the process. But also temperance is the mixing of opposites. So it could be the mixing of, the egg and the other side of that into a baby. I don't know, baby. What do you think? What are you seeing?
Um, Now that I fixed this. Okay.
Uh,
Reread the question. Will I get pregnant? If so, when, please, and thank you. Yes. I'm actually getting December. I just don't know if it's this December. Keep trying. Because I'm getting maybe energy around December, but I'm not sure it's this December. So I'm gonna say maybe next December, 2026. But keep trying because if I'm wrong, it could be this December, and I don't want you to miss out on that.
but also, like, good luck and hope it goes well. Certainly, probably fun to try to make a baby.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Blaine and Fernie after dark. One of us in our
Uh,
cardigan and our half nose
oh my
glasses.
gosh. Let's see. Here's another. Uh, okay, I'll find one over here on this side.
So while he's looking, so someone is now a local to this one, which is great. We're in the new space, his new space, where I'm just spending a lot of time. Olivia is over there and she is just sitting on the back of the couch. She's comfortable and she's getting used to it here. She did not enjoy her cross country move. Um, and she's been a little bit of a stressed out kitty lately, but she
Yeah.
is settling. And so hopefully we will be doing these a lot more often now.
I had to take her to the vet because that's how stressed she was. And apparently she has a lower urinary tract issue where is it the lower? Yeah, the lower urinary tract where she gets inflamed and then she starts to have pain and discomfort. So she was having some issues. So I had to take her and get her some pain meds. And she's doing all right now. So all right, Anna, under a lot of medical tests with what do you see going on with my health? Thank you.
The Emperor. A lot of you're being pointed towards making order from chaos. So if there are a lot of medical tests right now, I expect that that probably is full of anxiety. And so you're being, I think, guided to adopt um, the idea of taking control, control from chaos. Um, try to ground yourself if possible. The Emperor is also kind of big masculine energy. So if there's someone in your life that presents big masculine energy, and that doesn't need to be, that is gender non-specific, but to perhaps rely on a little bit of big daddy energy in whatever body that may come into, that may be helpful for support. What are you seeing, babe?
Um, so when I scan your body, I'm almost thinking that there's more than one. So I feel like with the symptoms that you're experiencing, there's separate things happening simultaneously. I want to bring it all back to the nervous system because I feel like something is going on in the nervous system where it almost feels like your nervous system. I kind of feel like this is gonna. First of all, I'm not a doctor, so this is not a diagnosis. You are going to a doctor, you're getting diagnosed. That's where that's all coming from, right? But I keep thinking there's more than one issue happening simultaneously. One of the main area that I'm being drawn to is the nervous system because I keep thinking that the nervous system is under attack by your immune system. But I don't feel like the nervous system is the issue. I just feel like the nervous system is responding or reacting. So if you're having weird like aches and pains and like inflammation in your joints, inflammation in like different areas of your body that just you shouldn't be feeling inflammation, I feel like it's because the nervous system is reacting in a weird way. At the same time, I also feel like something is going on with the lymphatic system, and that may be what's triggering the immune system to kick off. So I feel like whatever's going on is maybe centering within the lymphatic system or the lymph nodes, and then that is triggering the immune system to attack or to react in a certain way, which is also triggering the response to the immune system. So I feel like it's two separate issues going on, but one is kind of triggering the other two. So I feel like whatever's going on in the lymphatic system or the lymph nodes is triggering and that I think you might get a basis of what that is all about in your blood work, but then that I think is triggering your immune system, which is also responding to your nervous system. So that's kind of the vibe I'm getting there. Also, if you start having weird visual issues, if you also start having weird like palpitations with your heart, I want to say all of that is tied to the way the nervous system is reacting to things, the nerves in the eyes, the nerves that are connected to the brain, the nerves to the heart. But that's all coming back to the lymphatic system or the lymph nodes, because I keep thinking the lymph nodes are the source of what's going on. So something is going on with the lymphatic system, in my opinion.
Hmm.
Um, I'm curious what symptoms. You're welcome, sweetheart. What symptoms are you having, or can you because I want to understand what you're experiencing to see if I can kind of dig a little deeper around that.
Thank you, Roro 1063. I'm glad we're both together too.
Fatigue, super in headaches, stomach pain,
Hmm.
fatigue, super intreated or
I
super
wonder if that means
irritated.
irritated.
Yeah, irritated, super bloated. Yeah, I feel like this is. I feel like yeah, I feel like yeah, I feel like this is stemming from two separate issues. I almost want to throw you. I feel like there's a syndrome. Like this is like there's a syndrome that this would be classified under. Yeah, depression. Yeah, I feel like this is syndrome that this would be classified under. In a way, it almost is giving me this like when you think of syndromes like chronic fatigue syndrome or lupus, but I'm not sure that would be exact. But I keep thinking that the lymphatic system is where this censure is at, and then it's reacting to these other two things. So you might want to ask the doctors about that. They are going to send you to two specialists, because I feel like you're going to the first doctor you go to, they're going to send you to one specialist. That specialist isn't going to figure things out, so then you have to go to another couple of doctors, and then they'll kind of be able to figure it out, to kind of get you on track. Um, all right, so that's that. Go over here.
Good luck though, honey. That's got to be uncomfortable
I
um
absolutely
and a lot
believe,
to deal with.
yeah, I absolutely believe you're going to get it under control. I absolutely believe that. Um,
Okay. I saw this one come in. All right, so Caitlin. So I'm not even gonna pull a card yet. Well, and I'll reshuffle it because I showed you the card. But girl, do you want to be with Manny or do you want to be with Armando? You get a choice in this. And you don't have to be with either one of them. What I'm what's the question here? Will you be with? You have a choice here, but I'm gonna pull a card and see. All right, wait. I'm gonna pull a card. We'll do it.
or pull one for Manny and
Yeah,
pull
yeah,
one
yeah,
for
yeah.
Mondo.
Okay,
So
wait.
let's see what
Okay.
let
Here, you hold them, and I don't even want to look at it yet.
okay.
All right, so that's
I
Manny.
get to be your little helper.
You Manny helper. All right, and this is Armando. All right, flip up Manny. I want to see what it is. I'm not even gonna look at it. Oh, three of
Three
coins.
three of coins.
It means um collaboration. It means building something. It means building something long term, building something spiritually aligned, but it's working together with someone. It's assembling the right people. So that feels good. And now High Priestess for Armando. Well,
Mm,
that's a deep intuition sense. That
mm,
is maybe he is, and if you look at that image as a little pearl in a shell. So is he a pearl? Is he worth the trouble? He might be. And this
mm.
is the spiritually higher card, and this one is work. So But again, I'm gonna go back to girl, you have the choice. Who do you want to be with? You don't have to be with either one. What do you think?
I think Armando's full of shit. I think it's a waste of time. I think that he is. It
Ooh.
looks
Trust your intuition.
It looks to me, it looks like it Armando, like if you were to look at a piece of paper, Armando on paper looks like it might be something that works for you. It ain't. It's all like it's crap. It doesn't feel real to me. So I feel like he's full of shit. I don't think it's gonna be Manny either, because I don't see you ending up with either one of these. I actually see you ending up with Robert or Rob.
Oh,
And that's not for about 2.5 years. So I feel like you're a little early in your timeline. So I don't think you're going to end up with either one of these. I think you're going to end up with Rob or Robbie or Robert. He's in law enforcement, so I feel like that person will come along in about 2.5 years. Manny, it feels like work.
work,
It feels like work.
work.
So
And we don't know where those trees grow into. They could be dead, you know? Which is not like to say that,
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
like, but also you have a choice. You get to choose.
Uh,
And I mean that nicely and kindly. Empowering. I would wish to empower you rather than scold. But like, Caitlin, come on. Trust your intuition.
here's. Do you see any type of future between me and F?
And F. Alondra and F. Oof. Oof. Similar to this is the you can't really see it. It's the Knight of Coins. So it is a lot of hard work. It is a long uphill journey. It is what do you see any type of future between me and F? So the lesson in this card is don't worry about the future. Focus on the day to day. Focus on the journey. You will get more out of the journey than the destination. So if you're waiting for F to put a ring on a finger or make some grand gesture, I don't know about that, but enjoy the work,
Hmm.
but it will be work and it will be grounded. This is coins. This is your earth. So this is very much day to day climbing that hill and smell the roses while you're at it. What do you see, baby?
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think there's gonna be a future. I can see y'all going back and forth or off and on again from time to time, because it feels like one of those. I feel like it's one of those like situationships with someone who's gonna be off and on and they don't commit. That's what I feel like. So,
Long work.
mm, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. Um,
But also, again, do you want it to work? Or are you looking for someone to tell you that you can find something else elsewhere? Sometimes it's helpful just to for someone else to give us permission to do the things that we're a little bit afraid to do.
mm, uh, hey, okay. Um, I've tried getting a medium reading every time I join live. If not tonight, the next time, but I'm seeking a mediumship reading for my deceased girlfriend. So you want to connect with your deceased girlfriend. Um, it's interesting because whenever I tune in to this female, I keep feeling a weird. It's almost like I'm feeling weird popping or clicking sounds in my. I have to like figure out which camera I'm looking at. In my head or in my brain. So it's almost like something's like clicking or like popping, and I'm like, okay, what's going on here? So she's giving me a sense of this. I'm assuming this is her. If not, this is someone. But what they're showing me is this clicking or popping sensation that I'm getting like on the side of my face or on the side of my head. I also keep feeling a little bit dizzy or like I'm spinning as well. I wonder if she was on anything like on any heavy medication, or if she was on any heavy substances, because I keep feeling a bit of a spinning, but I also keep feeling this like clicking and popping sensation, almost like if I were going to have a whack to my head or I was going to hit my head. But I'm feeling this like sensation here. I also She's also showing me the number 2 and the number 1. I'm wondering if the 21st is significant, or February the 1st, or 2 or 1 are significant in dates, because she's showing me 2 and 1. So I'm also wondering if there's a reference there as well, unless the 2021 is the connection. But I'm thinking it's like 2 and 1, because that's how I want to interpret it. She's also showing me the month of December as well. So I'm also thinking that there's a connection to the month of December. I'm also seeing more than one um it's almost like if I were gonna have an ornament or have something that has her face on it, and then I have another one that's got like a picture of it. So I wonder if you either have an ornament with her in it, and then another ornament with the both of you. But I'm seeing these two like ornaments that I want to associate with her as well. She's also acknowledging it's the way she makes me feel is like I wasn't expecting that this was going to be the case, or I didn't see this coming, and that's the way she's making me feel. So this feels a bit more of like not expecting this to happen, or not anticipating that this was going to be the case. Um, she's also acknowledging a name. Um, the she what happens so what happens sometimes is whenever I'm communicating with a spirit, what they'll do is they'll car accident, right
Mm,
side of her head. She oh, here it is. He's there already. I see that.
mm,
Car accident, right side of her head. She hit the right side of her head. February 2nd is my
uh,
birthday, and December is her passing month. Got it. She what she's showing me is, so I have a friend named Gerald Lynn, but it's the JL letters that I'm seeing. So do you know if there's a reference to J and L, or if there's a JL reference, or if there's like something that has J plus L, or J loves L, if that makes any sense. So she's showing me something like that as well. So just FYI with that, she's with you. She's definitely with you. I almost feel like she's opening your palm and she's putting a ring in the palm. Usually whenever they show me that, it's their symbol for I want you to I'm I want you to be happy. And I'm giving you permission to be happy, and it's okay to move forward when you're ready. So I feel like she's wanting to acknowledge that and give you her blessing in this way. So I think that that's what she's trying to make reference to. Um, yeah, February 2nd is my birthday and it's passing month. Um, so yeah, let me know if you can connect that JL or the initials to her as well, because I'm curious if you can tie that in. See.
and I just
Yeah,
pulled, and I'm really sorry, first off, about your loss. And so I pulled a card around just what to do with your grief, and it's the Five of Wands. And if you look at that image, they're all pointing in the same direction. It tells me, first off, it's the five, so it is the middle of the Ace to Ten cycle. So, which tells me that, and I'm so sorry, but you're in the middle of it. And it is, and see, they're all closed. It's a closed circle, so it's telling me that, like, you're just you're feeling it. It's going around inside you. Um and it will, and it should. Um but just to say, I see, I see that grief, and I see that loss, and we're both very sorry for that.
see, I'm looking to see if you responded to the last one. Um, did you connect the J and the L like I was talking about? Okay, let's see if he. Oh, no. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, who you're without her and has a
No,
difficulty.
yeah.
A year is a really short period of time. Um, that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember the L I can't. That's okay. Remember, it's like when you think of J and L, or JL, or the when I think of a name like Geraldine, it's a two-part name, like Geraldine, so J and L, or like if they went by like Marie Ann or JL, like that could be it, or there's a J plus an L, or a JL in a heart that would be like inscribed in something. That's the only thing that I would think about when I think about the way that she's showing it to me. Um, Also, because she brought that up right when she was also talking about giving you her blessing to move forward when you're ready. I'm wondering if that's relevant to future, like to a upcoming or to a new connection that is forming. So just FYI, because that could also be relevant there, since she brought that up right around right when she was mentioning the other thing. Um,
And as far as grief, I volunteered at a grief support center, and I've been there for many years. And what happens a lot, what comes up, is the first year is so much about just the shock of it, particularly someone passing well before their time. That the first year is just about shock and almost like where are the shoes? Where do I keep the things? Where are the things? And then when that first anniversary rolls around then, it's then getting into now what territory. Um, and so it's really tough. I think um just sorry about that and you're coming up on the anniversary. I think it was December, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, she passed away in December.
Yeah.
Yeah. She whenever it comes to, people have a lot of different ideas about the afterlife and what the afterlife is about, and what it's like there. And whenever I connect with the spirit, what they show me is something you can understand or relate to, but it isn't necessarily the most accurate experience and depiction that that there is. It's just that they're giving us an understanding of what it would be like for them. And so oftentimes when we have our own opinions about what it's like to be in the afterlife, we insert our own beliefs, our own religious faith, our own like spiritual practices, beliefs. We insert a lot of that. And so we tend to view it from the filter of what we believe or what we have been taught or what we've been conditioned to know. But it's a bit more complex than that, and it's definitely way more than what most of us can grasp. But typically, whenever I'm connecting with the spirit, the way that they're expressing or sharing that information with me is through the lens of what we understand or know personally. Um, okay, let's see. Another question here is all right.
Right, right, right.
whoa. Where'd it go? There we go. Will my daughter be able to get primary custody of her daughter?
King of Cups. So big card. King of Cups is a leader through emotional intelligence and gentle power. So this would tell me this feels like a positive sign, but it also encourages everyone involved to. So cups suit of water being our emotional realm and our relationship, and so we're being asked to keep control. This seems like a very, and I can only imagine it's a very emotionally intense situation for everyone involved. And so the king is reminding us to, even though, to keep, not to keep control of our emotions, but use emotional intelligence to be able to lead and to be able to get through this situation. Um, and so it encourages that, just understanding that there will be a lot. I imagine your daughter will need a lot of support, emotional support. Your granddaughter will need a lot of emotional support. Um, it sounds like you also are needing some emotional support. So just remember that sometimes we have to step back and breathe when the situation is tough and know that we have control over our feelings. And we cannot control our feelings, what feelings pop up, but we can control how we act around them, how we express them, how we communicate and connect with each other around them.
I
And
feel like she's gonna have to try more than once. I almost feel like she's gonna have to try three separate times. I do not see her getting full custody of her daughter. I think she might get more custody or primary custody. Yeah, primary custody. So I don't see her getting full custody, but I see her getting primary custody on the third attempt. How many attempts has she had already with trying to do it? because I'm seeing her having to do it more than once. Another third try, I feel like she gets primary or mostly custody. I think mental abuse on dad's side.
Oh,
Let's see, definitely waiting to see what you say about the
this will be the third, I
third.
think.
Oh, this will be the third. Okay, so if this is gonna be her third, um, she might get it then, because I feel like it takes 3 times. So if this is her third, then I would say she will get more custody. I don't want to say primary custody where it's like like it doesn't feel like it's 50-50. It's more than that. It doesn't feel like when I think of primary custody, it's like they have to have like when they have visitation rights, but it's like what is it? When someone's there
Supervised?
supervised, yeah, I don't see it being supervised visitation. I feel like they still have to work out an arrangement, but the child will be with her for the most part, but they still have to work out a arrangement for like weekends or every other weekend. So it's still going to be like a regular thing, but it's not supervised is the way that I feel. But I feel like it takes 3 times before she's able to get more of the custody. So if this is her third time, then she might actually get it. Um, if it's the second time, she's gonna have to do it a third time. So, okay. Um, um, they live out of state. Yeah. Mm, God, it keeps like flipping on me. Um, oh, here's one. Here you go.
Oh. Oh, Megan. I know that one all too well. Um, okay, this one's coming up again. Different deck. Knight of Coins. So it's gonna be it's gonna be a journey, potentially. It's gonna be an uphill climb. Again, look at where we're at. Look at this bear and this beautiful meadow climbing a mountain. Focus not on the destination, stay in the journey, which is to say also that there is work out there. There's work to be done. Um, and so I many years as an actor, this is a terrible, like the hurry up and wait game is awful. I don't know, babe. What are you saying?
Um, I'm gonna say no, but what's interesting is I don't see you being a cast of a show or series down the road. I actually see you doing more hosting stuff at some point. So it wouldn't surprise me if you find yourself getting more into hosting and commercials in a weird way. And it might actually start with what you're doing now. I'm just not thinking you're going to get on the show. I hope I'm wrong, and I hope you get to be on the show. And if you do mention, hey, this dumb psychic Fernando Fernie said I wasn't gonna be on the show. Well, what do you think now, Fernie? What do you think now? And I'll be like, good. Thank you for giving me the airtime and putting my name out there because people can be looking me up. So, but anyways, yeah, I don't feel like you're gonna get on the show, but I do think you're gonna do some hosting stuff. And I can see that not right away. We're in 26, 27, 28. I want to say this is spring of 2028. So this might take another couple years before you see any budging with any effort to try to get on TV.
But if I can say, as someone who lived the life for 25 years, it so often we're looking for that because we're just so desperate to work sometimes, and we're looking like, and we think that that next thing is going to be the thing that launches us into the next thing, into the next thing, into the next thing, and we're so focused on the next job. What am I doing? What's going down the road? That I will speak for myself, but you completely ignore life around you day in, day out. I can say this is true of some of my dear friends who are always working, always pushing for that next job, which was only going to be a short, 2 weeks, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, whatever. It's always a short term job. And so we keep putting together, stringing together a life of trying to get these short term jobs, and life completely passes us by. So when I keep bringing this up, is it's the coins card. So it is about work, it is about money, it is about career, but also it's encouraging you to stop along the way, along the journey. And it's okay to work for something, and it's okay to that it's an uphill climb, but for God's sakes, like, have a life beyond trying to get that next job, trying to get that next series, trying to get, meet this casting director, talk to this producer. It's always about the next thing, and life years will go by without having life. I'll get off my soapbox now. But also, like, because we both want you, so hopefully you'll be like, I was on
Yeah.
this thing, and these guys both told me to fuck off.
Yeah. You know what I keep when I talk about the hosting, I keep thinking, like in some of these like news channels or some of these like lifestyle shows that are local, sometimes they'll have like little segments and then there's someone hosting the segment. Like that's the vibe I keep getting around things. Um, so that's where I'm being drawn to, like when I think about this.
But also, like, good luck.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Here's another one.
Oof.
When you see me having a job and applying for some time, I need
Oh
guidance.
my God. First off, sorry. That there's a lot of that going on right now, and just because there's a lot of it going on doesn't mean that it sucks less for individuals. 5 of Wands pops up again. Scattered energy is what that is, and it's almost conflict. It's conflicting energy, but it's all sort of within. So I won't speak to the when I see you getting a job. I will speak to what the guidance around it, and you might be 5 of Wands is sometimes your energy scattered. It's our fire energy. It's our creativity, our passion, our instinct, our drive, and it may be going 8 million different ways, and so it's really hard. So I would say the guidance is, if you can simplify, if you can settle down, calm. I'm say settle down mentally, energetically. If you can just sit and focus on one direction at a time. But I understand with the job hunt, it's like paint the world with your resume, and it's quite often. I mean, much like the our last friend who was looking for casting, like, it's a numbers game. It- I don't know, but for your own inner energy, you're shooting your energy in all these different directions, and it's just gonna feel like conflict inside. I don't know, baby. What do you see?
Yeah, um I keep seeing something coming up that's a bit out of your norm. Um, there's a Murphy or Murphy's name that is somehow relevant to that, whether it's the name of the company or it's the name of the individual that you're going to get connected to. I also keep seeing different chemicals and chemical companies. I just don't know if it's chemical companies, like when you think of companies that are like refineries and they deal with energy, or if this is chemical companies, like companies that deal with different chemicals and the biological aspect of that. But I keep thinking of that, but and then I keep seeing Murphy or Murphy's written out. So there might be a tie to a connection with that name and the company, or with that name and the person that you would be dealing with around that. February is when I'm actually seeing you finding a job. I don't, I'm not thinking you're going to find something before February,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Oh, we're sorry, dude. That's awful. That's an awful place to be in.
All right.
And I wish, I guess, and again, we're here for entertainment. Don't we, if it changes, hopefully, hopefully you
Do you see me and Donaldo working out or splitting up for good? What's the energy for them?
I mean, again,
What
I
she gonna keep trying to make it work
I
because she don't think she's worth it.
Amanda, first off, do you want to work out with Donaldo?
Well, that's all she thinks she can get.
Mm,
She don't think she can get better. So she gonna keep trying to make it work because she's attached. And she's like, I can never feel anything more than what I'm feeling with this person. I'm like, girl, you cracking up because you're settling. So that's what's going on
all
here.
right. Six of Wands. It's around public recognition. Are you so I guess around the question of recognition, are you wanting more acknowledgement from him? Are you is he wanting more acknowledgement from you? Like, is there a mismatch around, or is one of you taking the other one for granted? Or you guys miscommunication? Like, this is very much, or is someone like, is one of y'all a showboat? You know, like, is someone arm candy for someone else? Is it that it's not a real deeper connection, but it is like, well, this person is gorgeous, and so like it's fine. They're boring, but I'll deal with it. Um,
You know what I think? I think that this person's been. I think that he's stringing you along. I don't feel like he has any real intention of making this. I guess I don't. First of all, he needs to grow up. Second of all, he ain't all that. So don't be like you're fantasizing about someone that doesn't exist and it ain't him, but you're making it out in your head as if he's just the most amazing person in the world, and he's not.
oh
He's
yeah,
maybe made you feel some things that you've not felt before. But if I'm hungry and I go to McDonald's and I have a french fry, it's gonna taste damn
yeah,
good. That doesn't mean that it's a good french fry, and I don't think you
yeah.
know what a good french fry is. They're not that small. So what I would say is you need to open up the door to others, and you need to maybe start to work on your own sense of self and worth and value, because I feel like you're settling on dirt, and I feel like you don't like mud pies. I don't know why you keep trying to make mud pies and you keep thinking that it's going to taste good because it still tastes like dirt. So that's just my opinion.
Okay,
um
Amanda. Here's my direct question to you. Do you imagine that Donaldo was on some other live right now asking that same question about you?
uh
What? Or
girl,
is it
what I just
15
said,
years and three kids?
trash from the street, girl. This is trash from the
Oh,
street. Okay,
oh,
hold on, wait a minute, because she done opened up the can of
yeah, I
worms.
know, but that's
Hold on, wait a minute. No, 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 hold on, because yes, this ass, yeah. Look what he did, so y'all can see. Okay, okay. So I have been with him for 15 years and three kids, but just found out he was trying to sleep with my niece.
oh,
Yeah,
honey.
baby. You know what? You know what? You're just his babysitter, and you are being strung along, and you can do better. But you need to work on yourself because he is not the best you can get. And I don't even know why you would want to try to make it work with him. Why would you try to do that? Why would you set yourself up for that? You can do better. You can do better. I'll answer your question because I know you're going to ignore what I'm saying because you have spent a lot of time believing
Be
that you
nice,
don't.
baby. Be
But
nice.
no, she can.
I
She
know.
needs to hear it.
I know.
She needs to hear it. You have spent a lot of time investing in thinking of yourself as if you're not worth more or like you deserve better. And so because of that, you've settled and you've gotten really comfortable with putting up with this bullshit. Stop. Because you're better than that and you can do better than that. And the only way you're going to know the difference between this that you've been dealing with for 15 years and something that's better is if you actually try to date other people, put yourself out there, get to know new people, and start to spend time away from people like him, because he's got you all screwed up in your head thinking that that's the best you can do. And he's going to keep pulling this kind of shit because he thinks he can get away with it because it ain't the first time. So I would say don't waste your time. I think you can do better with.
Well, but also like this is it's not as easy. It's a 15-year relationship with kids. It's not
I
as easy as just
understand that.
walking away. But what he might have given you is the gift of the push that you potentially need to move into the next chapter of your life. Because it doesn't seem like unless he gets his fucking act together, and it seems like
Mm.
it seems like he's not. And yes, 15 years together is a lot, and there's a lot of history and 3 kids, and there is, I'm sure it's more than just the sanctity and the bounty of the relationship. It's living together. It's probably commingled habitation, commingled finances, perhaps something legally binding. And so it's not just as easy as walking away, but he's given you an opportunity to, it's never nice, but sometimes people need a push off a cliff. And this might be the push into your next chapter.
What I don't understand is why you keep rolling off the cliff thinking that that's a ride and it's Disneyland, because it ain't Disneyland. And you keep getting pushed off the cliff because this ain't the first time you've been pushed off the cliff by this person. So I'm gonna say what I said.
Right. But like,
Like, just,
be a person about it, babe. I know you have good advice, but like, it's not just as easy. And
you know what? When I was in a shitty relationship years ago, when I was in a really shitty relationship and I was being emotionally abused and cheated on left and right, I told people what I wanted them to tell me in return. My true friends were honest and they said things I didn't want to hear. And so I had to decide, either I was going to hear that at some point and pay attention to what they were saying, or I was going to ignore that and make them out to be like, they don't know what they're talking about. They're my soulmate. I know what I know. And they were right. And I was wrong. And I figured that out in time. But there weren't enough of those people being honest with me about what I needed to hear in my life at that time. And I think that you know better. And I think at this point, you've just settled on what you think you can get. It doesn't matter if you have kids together. It does not matter, because your children are seeing the example you have set, and they are learning how to do relationships the way you're doing relationships. They're also accepting the behavior that you're receiving. So you're also teaching them how to receive love and what that love is supposed to look like. So you got to work on that. You got to work on that. To answer the question, I do see y'all getting back together in December. Probably before then. And I feel like y'all are going to keep going back and back and forth for some time to come. That's what I'm seeing. But I really don't want you to waste your time, because I feel like you're just wasting your time. And I also feel like you put your own career ambitions to the side and you didn't pursue the career path that you really wanted to, because you've prioritized your relationship and everything else that came along with it. So you might want to reassess everything and just start to maybe put yourself first.
change is hard, new chapters are challenging,
Mm,
but it starts with wanting to make the change.
mm.
It starts with wanting to value ourselves more than we value the other person.
Mm.
And I'm sorry, because that's a lot to be in. And he gets very bossy and passionate because
You know why? Because I care.
he does, he cares and he wants to
Because I
help you.
care.
But he
I don't
also,
want you to waste your time.
I
Yeah.
well, yes, yes. So you are being offered an opportunity to see a new path.
Let's see. There's Rosa, my daughter's father just passed away. Any messages from him? Whenever I tune into him, you're welcome. You're welcome, Amanda. And I love you, girl. Like, I'm really wanting you to be happy.
He does. He gets out over his skis with his
Mhm.
passion and intensity for how much he cares. And sometimes he forgets that sometimes we can't just jump off cliffs. Life happens. Sorry.
Mm, mm. Um, um,
Sorry.
I keep seeing breathing tubes or like a breathing mask. I don't know if that means that he was having issues with fluid in his lungs or fluid in the chest that was making it harder for him to breathe, or if they actually had to make the decision to take him off life support or just stop all treatment, and then after that he passed, because that's the vibe I'm getting around it. So I keep seeing that. I also Thank you. I also feel like this was more than one issue that kind of hit at the same time. What I mean, Olivia. Mm. What I mean by that is, whenever somebody is already having to deal with a health issue and they're just figuring that part out, and then they get hit by something else completely different that actually starts to cause um it's almost like it's like if you're dealing with a health issue and that might cause you to pass, but you have to get a handle of that, and so you're trying to deal with that and get more answers about that, and then something else happens that's more sudden and you literally go downhill quickly, or you pass way too fast, and that's the vibe that I'm getting around that. So um um so that's the sense of it. Thank you. 27, 2 7. I'm also seeing 2 7. So I wonder if 2 and 7 are significant, either the 27th of a month or if February and July are connected, because I'm seeing 2 7, but I'm assuming it's the 27th. So there's a reference there as well. I'm also, thank you. Um, he's holding a baby. That can mean a couple of things. If she is if she's pregnant or if she lost a baby, he's trying to acknowledge that. If she's pregnant right now, I would assume that's probably what he would be referring to. If that's the case, if not, then it's because there's a baby that's with him that she lost. But at the same time, I still want to say that there's another baby that's coming in, or another baby that I'm getting the vibe of coming in. So I'm also getting that as well. So just let me know if you understand that, if that's connecting for you. And these like comments are like flying by.
Yeah.
Not seeing.
Rosa, dear,
Oh, so let me know if
you
you
still with
connected.
us?
Yeah, let me know if you connected with that, or if you understood that. So I'm looking for your comment. Okay, moving on.
Okay.
Moving on because I'm not seeing anything. February was his birth month. Okay, so you got the birth month. Okay, do you know if the month of July or the 7th of a month is also significant? Also, do you know about the baby that he's referencing? May 7th, we started dating. Okay.
507. I lost a baby a few years ago.
Ah, okay. So he's acknowledging the baby. So the baby's there with him. That's what he's referring to. Then got it. Okay.
Rosa, I pulled a card. It's the Ace of Cups. And so I think the message there is that maybe he's encouraging you, maybe you're being invited to move into a new way of feeling. Cups are emotional realm, and it's the ace is the beginning, and it's the spark. It's something new, and it's a new way, a new love of self, a new honoring all of the feelings that have come before, but to offer you a fresh way of feeling, a fresh experience emotionally, um, to be able to move perhaps through some of the deeper, darker waters that you've been in, and to start to move the cycle along. If that's helpful.
Um, do y'all have a video of him playing with a lasso? Do you know how like if you go to the rodeo and sometimes they have like a fake bull and you can play with the lasso? Do you know there's a video with him playing with the lasso or doing this lasso? Because he's also shown me that image as well. So I'm wondering if y'all have a picture of him or a video of him doing that. I know that was like came in later, but I just wanted to give that to you before I moved on. waiting to see if you're gonna answer the thing about the lasso because I'm curious about curious about the lasso because I keep seeing a video of him lassoing something. Okay, Rosa, did you get that about the lasso? Because I'm literally waiting on you to comment back on that, and then I'm moving on.
Mm.
So did you catch that? Oh, there she is. Okay. Her or her family haven't shared a video of him. Okay. Was there a first part to that?
I don't remember
It's
seeing
almost like
it.
it's part of a question. That's okay.
Yeah.
Let me know. Ask about the lasso video or the lasso picture because I keep seeing this image of him. Okay. I'm gonna move on because I'm okay. There's another one.
Small text, babe.
Well, it's on TikTokers. Oh no, I cut off part of the question. Here, cut off part of the question. Here, let me correct that. Sorry. Let me correct that. There we go. Okay.
Okay, Leland. The star. So generally a sign of hope, but also it's far away. So you may have to go through the dark to get there. But it's encouraging you to stay focused on your own North Star. What is guiding you? So what is guiding you towards Greg and pursuing Greg? Is that being met? Does that feel like it's a good place for you? Sometimes a relationship feels so far away, it is like a star in the night sky. Um, but it feels generally the star is taken as a positive sign, particularly after a rough period. So if you've had a rough go of it, relationship romantically lately, and Greg feels like the star you're moving towards, I would say generally that's taken as a positive sign. But also stay true to who you are and let that be your guide. Stay true to what it is you want. What do you see, babe?
What is Greg's energy towards me and pursuing a relationship? Don't pressure it. I think that things can grow here, but I feel like, you know what? So I've got this plant, this little tree. What is it, like a dragon tree or something like that?
Sure.
I forgot what it's called. Anyways, so when I moved it here, I went through a lot of trouble to try to keep it from like getting damaged when I moved here. And the first week I was here, I accidentally broke. It's got like three palms or three like stems,
Ah,
and I broke one, the first one myself by accident. And I was like, damn. And then the second week, um, another one broke off, and my kitty broke it off, and I was like, damn it, Olivia. And then yesterday, last night, the last one broke off. And the thing about it is it can grow and it can recover and it can continue to grow, like it can sprout new um leaves and such, but it takes a really long time for this plant. I mean, it's going to take about 2 months apparently for something to start to sprout. And I'm like, I don't have time for that. I don't have time. I'm not going to sit here with a bare tree or a bare, just some stems in the living room. So I'm like, I'm just going to buy a new thing that's already done. I think that this could evolve, but it would be very slow. You're going to get frustrated as hell and you're going to feel like you're putting in way more energy and you're not seeing results. It's not that there aren't results or like nothing is happening. It's just it's happening at such a slow pace that you are going to be really tired of it really soon, really fast. So I think that not pressuring it and not expecting too much from it and just letting it be is the route to go. Keep your options open, keep dating other people, because I don't feel like Greg is in a place where he can move quickly, or he is able to, or he is willing to move quickly. And I think that this would be a very slow process beyond what I think you're going to be able to cope with. So, and don't mistake a lack of energy and effort with a lack of interest, because I don't think that it's a lack of interest. I think it's just they are not going to go very quickly, and it would take a long time for this to evolve. So, all right, I'm going to do one more. Ah, no. Is Debbie moving?
Eight of coins. It's gonna be work. It's it should be joyful work. This is about doing the things that you love and spending the time doing them that make it worthwhile. And so in this light, it tells me that if you want to move, be sure you will be going to a better chapter, to a richer life, that it will fulfill you and fulfill your spirit, and that it will be worth the effort, because it will be effort. And if it doesn't feel like that, then I would say it's not in the cards for you right now. I don't know. Baby, what do you think?
Yeah, I think you're gonna try to move twice, but the first time feels like the timing's off, so you won't follow through with the move, and then you'll have to wait a little while longer. I feel like the first time you try to move is probably not gonna happen until late next year, and then I feel like that just the timing's just not gonna work out. And you're gonna be like, it's just so you're gonna just wait, and then I feel like you try again about a year and a half after that. At that point, I see you moving. So I would say it's gonna take about 3.5 years before you actually move, in my opinion, which is a while. So
Well,
about 3 years, maybe 3.5 at the most. But and then I think at that point you'll move. So all right, guys, we're done because it's late and I have a full day of appointments tomorrow, so I have to get ready for that. So, but all right, guys.
thank you everyone for joining us. Sorry if we didn't get to you. We will. Oh, all the things. If you like this, like, share, subscribe,
Oh yeah, don't
hit all
forget
the
to
hit
follow
all the
us. Yeah,
buttons,
don't forget to
follow
follow us.
us.
Yeah, we need hearts.
Um,
Yeah, hearts, please.
you're on Fernie's channel, so you already know that. But my channels are all Blaine Reads Tarot on all the socials. Like, subscribe, follow, share. Go to our websites, fernandomarone.com, blainepatricksmith.com. If you want individualized sessions, if you want to sign up for our newsletters, I just sent one out. Fernie's due to send his out. We try to put some thought into those, give some good um, advice, some good thoughts around season stuff. Um, you know,
There it is.
we
There it
live in
is.
2025,
Yeah.
um, in the age of the internet. So we should have had that before.
I know. I don't
We should also had a copy by his book.
buy my
It's too
book.
far away. I'm not gonna go get it.
Yeah.
But thank you everyone for joining us. We'll be now that we have the setup, we'll be doing it more often.
Yeah.
And now that we live geographically close, we won't need to do separate. And then he'll be back for his own.
Yeah. I'll be back. I'll be back for my own life
Yeah,
again. Yeah,
yeah.
it's just getting the hang. It's been a while, so I'm trying to get back into the hang of it. So, yeah, but now I can start to get back to my normal routine. So,
But thank you everyone. Have a lovely evening if you're or have a good morning. It's late here. It's got to be late wherever you are, or as someone said from Australia, probably super early. Good night
bye.
or good morning.